They're
we're
like,
now not just a D&D stream, we're a mukbang stream.
They're like, what if I ate 107 Twizzlers?
Hello, everyone.
Wouldn't
Andrew's
that be-
mukbanging tonight, just so you know.
That'd be content we'd love to see.
Every night.
It sounds like something else.
It does.
I don't
It
want to
sounds-
detail.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about what it sounds like.
Do you want to hear a disgusting detail about those videos?
Yes, absolutely.
They will quite often take a shot of like colored liquid at the start and then eat like 80 crabs or whatever, so that later they can, when they're barfing up 80 crabs, they'll know when they're done because the colored liquid comes up because it was the first thing that went in.
I don't think that's how soup works. You know what I mean?
don't think that's how
once
the
it
body
gets to
works.
the bottom. Yeah. I mean,
That is
I
so
don't want
gross.
to like
Just
come
gotta
into
count
the
the
mukbang
rings of your
space
puke.
and tell them how to mukbang. So, I
don't
trust
go
them
down
in
to-
their mukbang.
I don't go down to your job and slap the 5 gallons of ramen noodles out of your mukbang.
I didn't know they were allowed to puke.
Hell, they do it afterwards, yeah.
Everyone is allowed to puke. And
I'm puking on
I
our...
don't know. Again.
Not
I'm
you.
puking
You
during
are
our
not.
intermission, so...
Andrew,
You are
parents
not.
instilled some really
Yes.
messed up stuff
We
in
know
you
you
as a
got
child.
some pretty rigid Christian literature as a kid,
Yeah,
but
not
it's
allowed
okay.
to puke. The cops will come to your house. None of that is true. This
This is
safe
me on the
place.
stream. You are not allowed to visibly puke, which is funny coming from me, the
Yep.
person who often describes like body liquids and materials being utilized in incorrect ways. But
How's that spaghetti?
I would say
Yeah, just so chat knows,
Utilize
Andrew
that
has
spaghetti.
been eating this much spaghetti at this pace for a while. Like it's been.
I thought you were going to
It's
say
been
for a week.
solid
For a week.
I'm loading
period
up.
of time. Yeah, just
I think he's betrayed the branding of the show by abandoning the salad. But
Big
that's just
salad,
me.
big
spaghetti's-
sandwich.
Yeah, he's on to
spaghettis
the
per
main
minute
course
is
now.
good.
I
He's
had a
on
big
to the
salad
pasta
yesterday. Tonight,
Took all day.
Well,
Tonight.
I would appreciate
Spaghetti
if you
and
arranged your
meatballs,
meals so they
baby.
were better on brand for our stream.
Your carbo loading. Your larbo carding.
Yeah.
You're Larbo coded.
for this marathon combat.
Hello, everybody. This is episode 29 of Arc 5 of Better Than Heroes. If you are new to our stream, welcome. Believe it or not, we're a D&D stream, not a spaghetti stream.
Mukbang.
Not
Welcome
a-
to Spaghetti Stream.
Spaghetti
To
stream.
Spaghetter than heroes.
Spaghetti is the perfect ASMR for Mind Flayer slurping. You are correct. Very good.
Wow.
Cheese
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. Thanks to Jester1 for doing some gift subs over here. Welcome, Honorable Paul, who's new in the chat.
Oh, hey. Hey, Cal. What's up, Cal?
I am Rachel Weeks, and I play Click, the level 14 green fighter.
I'm Andrew Overdahl, and I play Flute, a.k.a. the Wind Rider, a human bard with a dash of warlock.
Ooh, just a pinch. I put a dash of warlock in my spaghetti when I make it.
It's
My name's
secret.
Jordan Dahl, and I portray the Moon Boy, a level 14 Moon Boy.
My name is Aaron Urist, and I play Kai Hammerstein, the Artificer.
My name's Harlan Kelly. Whoa. My name's Harlan Kelly.
Not quite.
Yeah, not quite.
There it is.
My name's Harlan Kelly, and I'm the dungeon master of this game, and I play all of the sentient salads in this game. So anytime there's a sentient salad so far, I will play them and plan on playing them. There could be some others that pop
Not just all sentient salads in our war. We are going to play some 5e Spelljammer D&D tonight. Our show is live soundtracked by Jason Wardell. You can hear him playing on the piano. Hear him going.
Banana.
The piano. His native language is lasers and tunes. This show is brought to you by our patrons and our subscribers. We are so grateful to everybody who supports the show financially. You help us pay our artists like Jason, like Every Map Story, who does all of our maps, like all of our illustrators. You guys make this show cooler and cooler every single week. So thank you for supporting the show. If you love the show and you want to support it, you can support the show financially by subscribing to the stream, by joining our Patreon, picking up some of that sweet Better Than Heroes merch over on Spring. There's t-shirts and mugs, stickers. Only some of it says pee on it.
Only some.
Not none of it.
But
Not
with
none
your
of it.
help, we can get it up to all of it.
100% pee.
The more piss you buy, the more we supply. Yeah.
See? You can also support the show without spending a single dime. Just tell your friends about the show.
can spend 2.
Tell them. Yeah, you can spend 2 dimes. Telling your friends. Be like, here's a dime. And also, we're a live stream every Monday at 7 p.m. We also release the VOD on YouTube and also a podcast on the places where you get podcasts. So tell your friends about the show. It's easy to catch up with Better Than Heroes. We appreciate everything that you do to make this stream possible, including showing up on Monday night. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
It is almost time to play some D&D, but first, it's time for last week's recap.
Yeah.
In the last 15 seconds on Better Than Heroes, the crew dragged the Breeze Traveler deeper into the Psycropolis, away from the all-you-can-eat buffet of his friends. Flute fled the giant fire he was hanging out in into a room filled with a giant pool of Janus ooze, then turned around and ran back to the relative safety of being on fire. Kai returned from the north of the tiered chamber, lit up with Laloon's foresight, believing the Elder Brain to be in the other direction. Laloon confirmed this theory by casting Locate Creature on the Elder Brain, who was to the southeast of them. With a confirmed location of their target, our dashing heroes dashed and dashed some more through the fire and also the flames into a floorless corridor, a mind flare jump puzzle they hoped would lead to the Elder Brain. Will the crew survive the horde of mind flayers only to be defeated by their true enemy, gravity? Will the Elder Brain convince us to debate them? Will Australians set everything on fire forever? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Woo! Woo!
That's weird. I've never heard of that before.
Okay. Rachel, I'll get you sorted in just 1 second. So hold on.
Take
tiny
your time. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, no. I'll beat you to the problem solving. Okay, so we are back here. Luckily, you just went at the last round, so you have some time here. We have some time for you to figure it out. So we're going to start this initiative order here almost at the top of initiative order. Click did just go at the end of the last turn, but we're going to start here with one of the Mind Flayers, whose turn is going to be to start things off here. You all are inside of the Psycropolis with a bit more, I would say, with a bit more direction. You know where you're going in it now. Aaron, do you want to shout out where it is exactly you're going? Or maybe not exactly, just kind of like generally, what did you and Laloon learn?
It's to the southeast.
Yeah,
Of
southeast.
where we are. Through this sort of, there's a corridor that branches off of the main pathway on the way to that Janus chamber, through all of the giant globs of eternal fire that are burning.
You said it exactly right. And it is a Mind Flayer's turn, but it is one of the Mind Flayers who is
stupid.
Hey, don't talk about chickens like that. It is a Mind Flayer's turn, one of the polymorphed Mind Flayers who has been turned into a chicken that still has some Mind Flayer elements to it. It's got some tentacles hanging off its gizzard, etc. And it's clucking around here. And it's going to move to the north as well. And then Moonboy, that's going to bring you up.
Oh, bummer. Okay, I am going
Boy.
to... Ugh. Can I... Can I attempt to... Fuck it. I'm gonna dash through the fire and flames.
Woo! All right, let's go, dude.
Can I fly over it? Is it all the way to the ceiling?
It is 30 feet up, and in this area specifically, you can fly over it.
Oh, okay. So I use, let's say I use my movement to fly 30 feet up, and then 10 feet forward because of my combined shoelaces and zip zap zop. What's it called?
That's it. I mean, that's...
Long Strider?
Okay,
That's it.
I thought you were talking about the improv game.
Long Strider gives you 10 feet.
Right, but my shoelaces gave me an additional 10 feet, right?
Cool. Yes, I think so.
So 25. So I would end up in front of the crew, zhuzhing. Follow me for the glory of Lunastera! Vengeance! Vengeance!
Cool, yeah. In your Mooney form here, you are able to fly over all of the fire and then down into this tunnel as well. You do have to cross through it, so in order to get into the tunnel itself, like you can fly over all of it, but the tunnel is not 30 feet high. So because you're moving into it, I do need to make you, do need to have you roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
And so I apologize, I kind of misled you there, but I mean, it's
okay.
you can fly over it, but to get into the tunnel, you have to fly into the tunnel, which is
I
what we're blocking
understand.
off. Yeah.
I have rolled 17.
Okay, cool. No problem at all. You get in there.
Okay, I don't take any damage.
I know you do take half, but it is.
Oh no!
Again,
you take 70
misled.
points of fire damage.
You only take 2 points of fire damage. I do need to make you need you to make a concentration spell saving throw if you are concentrating on any spells.
I'm concentrating on one that is keeping a mind witness a chicken.
Okay, cool. I thought so. So if you could, the DC is just 10 though for your con save.
So this would be a Constitution saving throw.
Correct. Yeah. Anytime you take damage, if you are maintaining a concentration spell, which polymorph is concentration, and Olaphanticulus
Rolled
holds
18.
easy piece of cake. You take these burns, but you've done this spell. You know this spell, and you can hold on to it in your mind as you
Shoes
fly
are just
into
kind of
this
on fire. It honestly looks kind of cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's
So
easy.
Yeah, a bit of Back to the Future vibes.
Yeah, they're like burning, but they're magical items, so they can't be destroyed. So it's just like the fabric is igniting, but not doing any damage. It's like when
All of that.
you put high-proof alcohol on something. Would you like to do anything else in your turn, or is that it?
You know, I have a bonus action, but I don't know if I would like to waste the spell slots. Not that there's anything such thing as a wasted spell slot. There are no wasted spell slots, only wasted spells.
I don't know. Andrew's wasted a few.
Okay, listen.
Sam.
I'm. Does anybody need a healing?
Let me unmute and laugh again.
Anybody from the core crew? Are we hurt?
I am, but I think I'm out of range of you.
I'm doing all right.
I'm good. Yeah,
You're
you hit me
pretty
last
much
time, I
good.
think. So I'm
All right. Okay. We'll. Oh yeah. I think I'm still in chalice form. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it. No moves this turn.
All right, no healing.
No
right
additional
now.
moves.
Got it.
this
Great.
turn.
I mean, that's. I don't mean to say this is that like I don't. You know, you did great. That was a good turn.
Thank you. I feel good about it.
That's going to then bring up 2 mind flayers here. Woohoo! One of them is going. Actually, both of these are acting off screen here. One of them's going to try and break the stun, which you don't know the result of, but I'm still going to roll and try and break it because this dude has been stunned for so long. You don't know if he's been stunned, if he's unbroken or not. But that is going to bring up Talon's turn here.
I can't see anything.
Rachel, if you
I
open
can't
Discord,
figure
you should
out-
be able to see the map that I'm showing the stream as well. So if that's helpful,
Sorry,
at
guys.
least, no problem.
All good. We can help move her also.
Yeah. I would say it's more the main threats that you can see, which you can't see too many threats right now because the two mind flayers that are in Talon's sightline are both polymorphed mind. Well, one is a polymorph mind flayer and one is a polymorph mind witness. And so her main goal here is, if she's following the crew, is going to be to dash south and catch up with everyone. Yeah.
I think that's the only move we can do here. I will have Talon. She has no healing magic for the Breeze Traveler, unfortunately. But I will dash south into the fire and say, hey, don't run into the fire until you get healed.
Cool. All right. She, with 60 feet of movement, is actually, she would have to stop inside the fire. So I would imagine she would probably run right up to the fire and then kind of like ready her next turn. No problem.
Stand in the blaze, probably.
Yeah, it seems smart. Yeah, she can walk right up to it there. And then
Great.
And next turn, she'll be able to dash through it. So cool. That's going to bring up, and if you want to retcon anything of like, as you're looking at the sheet, just because I know you're dealing with technical difficulties, like you absolutely can.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on over here. Sorry, guys.
All good. So that is going to bring up a mind flayer who is off screen. I'm just double checking real quick. Yep. But that is going to bring up Kai. It's your turn.
It's my turn. I am going to fly forward onto the brain. So I will fly my speed, and then I will take the dash action to fly even further. And I don't think that there's a whole lot of extra stuff that I can do, so I'll be right up here next to Float.
Dash is said part 2. Yeah, I will say too, like an important thing to, it's going to be Nyx's turn next, just to throw that out there. But an important thing to consider, just for the audience wise, like this is less dramatic, but being able to get places, being able to have this breath where you're not being able to be, we're not being attacked by things and can move forward is huge for them right now. So as much as dashing is not as full of action-packed flavor, it is still like mechanically and strategically amazingly advantageous for them to just like dash and get forward here.
Quick correction: I will not apologize for my dashing. It is action packed. I'm twirling. I'm lighting up. My shoes are catching on fire. The Moon Boy is screaming vengeance calls for blood.
I agree.
I'm not yelling anything, but I am flying forward.
Doing
with
finger
jets
guns
coming out of my feet.
Yeah. Again, you all are zooming toward one of the most powerful creatures in this.
We're
universe.
zooming. The more we explain why it's cool, the lamer it gets. My turn is over. Next dash.
Maybe this is a lesson. Maybe as we're dashing, we should be explaining it in much more like expendable style.
We need to be
slow-mo
doing
action.
this.
That's going to bring up Nyx's turn then. Andrew,
Nice.
what cool dashing do you have to describe for us?
Nyx is clanking along in her plate
Nice,
armor.
excellent.
Just sweat pouring down her face. She's going to does the Breeze Traveler go right after Nyx in order or not?
The Breeze Traveler, no, there are mind flayers in between, but you don't know which of those mind flayers really. I mean, they're really all in the other room. So, yeah, as far as you know.
But I mean, I know that the Breeze Traveler will get a turn relatively very soon.
He is the next ally to go. That is correct.
Okay, great. Then she's going to run up beside him, 10, and lay a hand on his shoulder and kind of catch her breath and cast Cure Wounds on him. So he will He'll get back 6 hit points.
6 is big for a little fella.
It's not nothing.
Yeah.
Not nothing.
Unless that cleric, I don't think she has anything that like boosts that at the moment. So.
Not for nothing.
And then she'll keep hoofing it another 10 feet.
Cool.
Because she's pretty slow.
Shut up. That is going to then bring up 3 Mind Flayers off screen, and then the Breeze Traveler, who is
Sound
me.
of
Right?
purring
I'm running him.
cats.
Yep.
You are
it
the
truly is
DM.
amazing how much Scully's purrs are a part of the audio of this. So
She's not even, like, her head is facing the other way. It's really funny.
yeah, she's got a
Mike's
resonant
pretty hot,
chest.
maybe.
Yeah. The Breeze Traveler is going to look again, just like is still just like dripping blood from one of his eyes, but resilient as ever after getting healed. It's like, thank you for making me a part of this team. I am going to live until the end, and all of these deaths will not be in vain. He says, charging forward. He says, for my crew. And is going to not be able to get all the way through the fire on his turn. Even dashing, so he's going to get right up again to the edge of the fire here and then hold his turn. That will bring up Australian, who is also me. There we go. This is fun. He was talked into this fiery elven dude was talked into not going to continue to purge the ooze room, but going with you as an ally. And so he is going to Misty Step himself forward. 60 feet here. He can kind of see enough there. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's going to jump first and then Misty. Yeah, he's going to do 2 athletics checks to jump across here. Oh yeah, both of those succeed as he just kind of like looks around in this frenzy and is like, jumps past, and Laloon jumps past you, Click, and then jumps to another one, and then is going to Misty Step 60 feet forward, landing past you, Kai and Flute, taking the front of the party here, jumping all the way up past all y'all. And you just see him as he appears in front of you, kind of like lighting up this hallway and looking quite ominous with his fiery form in this dark alien hallway. That will be the end of his turn, which is going to bring up Laloon. Jordan, it is your turn with the Moon Girl.
Okay.
Okay, he's thinking, he's strategizing, he's taking the Moon Girl's turn serious. I will say he's had a lot of good Moon Girl turns here, so why do I feel
It's
like a
true,
golf
but I
announcer
think
right
we're
now?
kind of in a space where swiftness is what is called for.
If she dashes, I believe she has 35 feet of movement, right? Or is it 25?
She has 25, but she also, I believe she was given Longstrider.
Okay, cool. Well, either way, she can make it to the platform, the first platform, and then she will have to make an athletics check to jump to the next one if she cannot fly.
She is going to... So there's a couple of things that I would like to do. That takes too long to cast. How does locate creature work? Can she see the creature?
Well, let's go to some spell text. Let's find out. You're asking if you can see the creature, correct? Let's do a little research together as a team.
I think you just get the
I think you're right.
Well, I will say, are you
the,
asking
like,
for the?
direction.
Are you asking for like specific details about like image of it, or are you asking for spell effect mechanics? Because there are a lot of spells that say like a creature that you can see within range, et cetera, et cetera. So
Yeah, I think it's just direction. And I think you get the direction if they're moving. Since the direction of the creature's location, as long as they're within 1,000 feet of you, and if they're moving, you know the direction that they move.
And I will say, because I can't place it directly on the map because of how our map is set up, I'm kind of just going to give you continued knowledge of, is she going the right way toward what she saw? And you know that is definitely true. She is. She definitely feels very certain that she's going the right way.
Has she seen the Elder Brain?
That's a good question.
She has to have to
Yeah, we
cast locate
established that she
creature.
has.
Oh.
That's why she cast
Yeah.
it last time, and we know where.
Oh, yes.
You have to have seen them up close.
Yes.
I think.
Yep.
She's going to dash to the first platform.
Cool. All right. Absolutely. And she's not moving past that? No flying
Nope.
or anything? Just
She cannot
something?
fly.
cool. Great. That is going to bring up then, unless she has anything else to do. Is
No, does she need to roll for the fire?
She does. Yeah, she needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
How could you do that to her? She's an old lady.
Hey, fire is indiscriminate.
Okay. A dexterity saving throw from Leloon.
Does she have any concentration spells up?
She
Locate creature.
Oh yeah.
locate creature. She failed. She rolled a 9. No,
Wow.
5, 6, 7. She rolled a 7.
Okay.
Oh, but wait. Perhaps she can. Nah, she rolled a 7.
On the dexterity save, not the concentration save. So
Dexterity
yeah.
save.
Yeah, so she is going to take full damage from the fire that she moves through, as she's old here and she's just like moving slowly, even though she's very magical. Her body is not spry, and she kind of ears through this fire. You just see her come out toasted. Olafenticulus like standing right next to her, and Click, you could see her. She's just like a little charred, and she's like, whoa.
Burst into flames.
You smell like weed, girl.
I was covered in liquor.
Yeah, because she's like, because it burned my weed, she says, pulling out this toasted little bag. And that will, so she will take 4 points of fire damage, and you do need to make a constitution saving throw. There we go.
What am I shooting for here?
10. It's just 10, because it's damage
10?
that is under 10, so under 20 technically, so.
10. Oh god, Leloon. A constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw
Leloon,
to maintain
you
the
dumb
concentration on her
asshole.
spell.
Well, she got a 3. She has failed.
All right, cool. And as she comes out toasted, she's like a little disoriented, and she just like, you see her like hiccup a little.
I've lost it.
And
I've
yeah,
lost it.
you know the flash, you know like the general flash of where it is, but from now, if it moves from where it was, you will no longer have that information. So you know where it was at the time when you cast the spell, but from now on, you won't have any information about if it changes its location.
Dang.
So with that, it's going to bring up the critter golem. The critter golem is off. None of the players have information about what's going on with the critter golem right now, because you all have left this union of moon creatures behind. So that's going to bring up Olafenticulus.
All right. Olafenticulus is going to... He's...
The cat.
He's going to fly forward a little bit.
Sure.
He's going to get right here, and he's going to cast Fly on... let's see. He's going to upcast it to the 5th level, and he's going to target Leloon, Click, Moonboy. Sorry, the 6th level, and he's going to target Leloon, Click, Moonboy, and himself. I don't know why I'm talking like Kai. It's not Kai's turn.
Now, Mamoon Boy can already fly.
That's true. This will let you fly faster, though.
Great.
Wow.
Fly speed of 50 feet plus your long strider, so you'll be going pretty quick.
Curveball one of those around the bend up there? No?
No, but he can... He's a fucking 20th level wizard. He can just recast it.
I believe fly is concentration.
Yeah, it is.
But he's concentrating on
that's
polymorph.
true. He's
for 2 creatures
concentrating
right
on
now.
polymorph.
God
Let's
damn
see.
it!
Who's still back there? Yeah, he can't do... He's got to wait. He's got to wait.
All right, cool. Yeah, and again, just in case anyone doesn't know, there are spells in D&D that require concentration, so there are spells that have maintaining effects. And so that's a big thing that the players are managing right now is like what spells. They have so many spells. All these characters have so many spells, but the concentration is a very limited ability. It like limits what spells can have ongoing effects.
So he can fly too, but not as far.
Yeah, his little wand of toads is just like continuing to whisper to themselves that allow him to continue to have these different polymorphs. And he does have one more polymorph on that wand, but he has to keep one single concentration to concentrate on the spell from the wand.
Can you concentrate on a spell that you're already concentrating on while you're polymorphed? So like if he polymorphed himself, say, into a giant bird that everybody could ride on.
Yeah.
Could a giant bird fly in here? Maybe not.
I would say the current hallway that you were inside of is 10 feet wide. So anything that is bigger than a large creature would not fit through here.
What about like a really long flying snake? What about a long bird? Eh?
What about a flying couch?
What about like a big frog?
I think in this moment, Laloon kind of looks at him and she's like, don't worry, old friend. I've got a plan. Go.
Okay. Nope, that's Kai. He's gonna fly. And then,
Yeah.
Roll20 freaked out and I just dumped him into the darkness. He's gonna fly.
You can cast concentration
That's
on
Lillian.
yourself. You can cast
That's
concentration on
Lillian.
yourself. So if you're casting polymorph on yourself, you would be able to continue concentrating on the spell. And so this is a homebrew item that allows you to break the rules of the spells in the game. So just to clarify, he could polymorph himself into something after polymorphing.
I just don't think he would have room to fly.
I agree. I just wanted to make sure that you know that information for later.
Thank you. He's gonna fly.
You could turn into a small bird.
And then, yeah, but he can already fly, so it doesn't really... He's got boots of flying. He's gonna fly, and then he's gonna dash.
Cool. All right. I love that I just like imagining him hovering in his little chair with
Get right next to
Prang
you.
on it. Playing on it.
Totally. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, he's in the chair. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's even
I
better.
think we're just canonically forever we're establishing that he's
I
in
love
the
that,
chair.
that
It's
he just
too
flies
good.
around in his
Yeah.
chair.
Yeah.
Love that.
Great. Cool. That is going to bring
That just takes the... Yeah, it's good. Anyway.
That's going to bring up one of the fish folks' turn, Schmacked, one of the living Fish Pact members' turn, who is going to also not be able to make... Well, actually, they're very close. They might be able to make it. They can. Yeah. So Schmacked is going to run up, look at the fire, get right next to the Breeze Traveler, right next to Talon of his crew that's like preparing to run through these large flaming fireballs that are continually burning in the space that have been created by Auxtrillion. And Schmacked, who almost got eaten by a Mind Flayer, watched all of his companions get eaten by a Mind Flayer, runs up to it, and it's like, into the end! And just like sprints forward and is going to make a dexterity saving throw, which it
Brave little
succeeds on.
maniacs.
So it only takes half damage here, and half of 3 is 1 because we round down in D&D.
Does he live?
and is totally fine. It has this 1 point of damage taken off of it.
It smells amazing.
Oh wait, we round up, right? So it's 2. Never mind.
No, it's down. Always down.
Right. Okay, cool. I always blank out at we always something.
Yep.
So
They tried to make it easier, but it just doesn't ever get easier.
So Schmack makes it through just with like a nice crisp like fish fillet smell, and that is going to bring up the mind witness that is a mind layer right now, who's going to I randomly roll and is going to kind of float down toward the south here, just going to see what's up, but it's going to continue just clucking around, and that will bring up Flute.
Okay. Just to confirm, below these platforms, it's just like a yawning, bottomless abyss, right?
Yeah, just full dark. You haven't dropped anything down it. You don't really know how deep they go, but from everything that you can see and tell and sense, it's just goes down forever. You know that you're underground somehow, so it feels very. You feel very confident that it's a cavern of some sort.
Cool. I'm gonna take a copper out of the pouch on my belt and flip it into the abyss below me.
Cool. Roll a perception check.
Make a wish, says Kai.
I don't think that applies to this
It is.
moment. No.
Every time you throw a coin into a chasm, you make a wish.
Oh, I don't think it applies to deep, dark mind flayer holes.
That's a chasm.
Yeah, it's more like a fountain.
I like
or
the idea
like a
that you all are
lake.
yelling this back
I've
and
never
forth
heard
through
that
the
before.
cavern
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
No, it's like a
21.
nice chasm.
With the 21, you do not hear it hit the bottom, and that is like the piece of information that you get is that it is so far it is arcanically far, I will say. Yeah, you heard it, Rachel. Arcanically, I saw it. Yeah,
No, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. Magically big hole.
yeah.
I'm going to ask Kai. Going to look at the Staff of Power and ask Kai. I don't suppose you could cast Levitate on me and drag me to the end of this?
Absolutely.
Great. And I'll cast Healing Word on myself. And in my
Got
turn,
you, fam.
turn me into a get well balloon.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So I'm healing for a pittance of points, and I pass the turn over 7 points.
Cool. Yeah. So you kind of like knowing the weapon that you handed off to Kai, knowing what it can do, you're kind of like throwing out this your real clippy for this magic item as you pop up, and you're like, "Hey, can you please cast this spell on me to help me get over?" And you heal yourself, ready to go. So that is going to bring up PC's turn. The piss cricket, the little creen here, the stowaway creen, who might have the ability to get over there. We're going to find out. I'm going to measure his movement to see if he can make it through these fireballs that I previously described. He sure does. He sure ding does. As he sees Schmacked bravely go through this fire, and he walks up to the edge, takes a deep breath, and checks all his piss instruments, and then dives into the fire, hoping to be able to share a space with Schmacked here since they're both pretty small. I will allow. He is going to fail his dexterity saving throw, so he's going to take full damage. He takes 8 points of fire damage as Piss Cricket comes through and has 13 hit points altogether, so he comes through burnt to a crisp. He's up and at him, but when he walks through those fireballs, he comes out and he's just like, and you kind
Crisp
of like
Cricket. The protein of the future.
crisp cricket, absolutely. And Click, you can like psionically feel this just like pulse of pain from him as he's like, oh, but he makes it through and is standing there with Laloon, Schmacked, and Click on the...
She pinches out a flame on the top of his antenna.
Incredible. That is the max amount of people, since there are 4 people on this this floating platform in this hallway. That the whole hallway is made up of these floating platforms. So Tubbalubby, whose turn it is after Piss Cricket, is not able to move through, and so she's not going to do anything on her turn. She's going to look around, look at Breeze Traveler and prepare, as she kind of can see and hear a little bit just that it's crowded over there, and she's not going to move through. And I will say I rolled a perception check for her because I do like the idea of her not knowing that that's full over there and just plunging through and being a problem for you all to deal with. But she rolled high in her perception check, so she does make it. She does know that. That's going to bring up Click's turn then.
Okay.
Scully's turn.
Scully's turn. Time to purr. I think we're still gonna dash, so her movement is currently 50 feet with Longstrider. How far can she get with 100 feet on the map?
Boy, that's a good question. With Longstrider, and I'm just going to do a little imagining here because you're going from platform to platform, but you are very good at this too. Like your jump is crazy. So I am going to have you make one athletics check to get through this, but I feel like it's a little bit of a farce.
Okay.
She can get...
she's
so
good.
60 feet gets her to the platform behind where Flute, Kai, and Oliphanticulus are, and then another 40 feet gets her to the platform ahead of Oxtrillion, which is the platform ahead of Flute, Kai, and Oliphanticulus.
Okay, I will have her dash, and then if I can still do this, I'm gonna have her try and reach out psionically beyond where we can see.
Sure.
With her mind, with how she has gotten. That's how they found Moon Girl behind the concrete walls, and just see if she can feel any other brain premises within 30 feet of her. So she can't go far.
Cool. So you are reaching out to see if you can find anything living within 30 feet. Great. Roll a perception check.
Hang on. It was kept. Pretty good. 22.
Cool. I will give you advantage on the Arcana check you have to make here. Actually, you know what? No. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. I will give you advantage on the intelligence saving throw you need to make here.
Okay. Less good. Intelligence saving throw. 14.
Advantage. You have advantage.
Yeah. I'm aware.
You feel an echo back to you. You feel a voice not come from a space, but just come from the aura around you. And you hear it reverberate inside of your skull, kind of silencing this connection you have to the psionic field of your clutch around you. And it is boring into your brain. It is just shouting back at you, saying, "This is a mistake. Your friends will die here, and I will devour all that you love." And with that, we're going to cut to break, and we're going to take a quick 5-minute break where we drink, pee, and we will see what happens with the Elder Brain winning this contested check here. On the other side.
Boring. Is it too late to make that joke?
Yikes.
It's boring.
Or
into her,
brain?
into her head.
I like it.
Right. See,
I gotta go puke up my
boring.
colored liquid.
Is that what you call peeing? better than heroes. The
We've
crew
been running
went down the
and
hallway
jumping.
for 2 hours.
Please, it's only like 18 seconds.
They went in a helicopter.
I wish we had a fucking helicopter.
Oh my god. Actually, you would not be able to fit it through anywhere. It would be terrible.
I mean, a magical
Actually,
D&D helicopter that
Your
does
helicopter
fit.
would be useless.
You have a magical flying ship, and that's not helpful to you. How would a helicopter advance the situation, Andrew? Please tell us.
How in the helicopter you gonna get a helicopter down there?
Okay, so Click, you. I want you to tell me what. And Rachel, look at me. Be honest here, okay? Don't lie, because if you lie, I'll know.
Whoa.
What is Click the most afraid of the Elder Brain knowing? I would say not strategically, like kind of like it just like shoulder checks you mentally, and with that, it's going to wriggle out this fear of Clicks. And so what I'm looking for is like it wants to be able to threaten you and show you a fear of destroying it. Like if it is destroyed, something. And I think that like I have my pitch for that, but I kind of want to start with you.
What she's afraid of the Elder Brain knowing.
Yeah.
Is the
Like-
that she's afraid of him.
Yeah. Okay. That's woo. You know what? Take a point of inspiration. That's such a good answer. That is such a good answer. And it
I got a cookie.
it float like it.
I win.
Click emotes in chat. Click boom. There's the cookie.
Delighted.
See,
Take
you-
another one.
Double.
Who cares? Take 10 hit points.
Give me another one.
No, don't. You don't actually get 10 hit points. So you are overwhelmed. Like you push forward, and with this, just this like energy, this like wall of energy comes back, and you are isolated and alone, and just like floating in a dark black space. And you don't know if you've been hit by a spell or what. And you see the Elder Brain floating in front of you, kind of in its same travel contraption that you saw it in before. This like large glass box with a huge mount at the bottom, and it is speaking to you, and it says, "You are afraid of me, and yet you press forward. Why?"
Because I'm afraid of what you'll do if I don't.
I am not here to destroy your world right now. We could negotiate. I have tried to negotiate with you all many times. I, unlike the Undying Queen, respect what you all can do. Ventress and I had something worked out. We can work something out. We can protect Gart and Jadorian. But if you kill me, which I am uncertain that you will be able to do, but if you kill me, you are simply strengthening the Undying Queen, which if you are afraid of me, you are definitely, or at least should be, afraid of her. Says this large floating brain with tentacles underneath of it that's hovering in front of you in this dark black space.
What does the Undying Queen want with us if you're dead?
To destroy every possible reality that she doesn't control.
Yeah, I thought she was just taking out our reality because you guys are a menace. So maybe we got our wires crossed.
Do you think she will stop if you destroy me?
Maybe she'll leave us. That's the hope.
Will she
anyway.
leave Jadorian? Will she leave the ones you love?
We're just doing our best with the information we have. And we know you haven't stopped.
That's true. You all destroyed our only trusted ally in this universe. And
Yeah, well, he
because
was
of
an
that, we
ass.
had to protect ourselves. Yes.
I don't know. It feels like we've gone past the point of protection.
He says, all right, well, I'll see you in my room. And remember, killing me strengthens the Undying Queen. And you get, boom, like it all just goes back. It all just disappears. And you're back standing on this platform. And you can see in front of you, in fact, I will move it over a bit here. I will change maps in this moment to show you what you can see where you are on this other map here. And I believe you should be able to see more. We'll find out when I switch this Roll20 map here.
See more?
See more butts, things like that.
See more brains.
This might take me a second. This might... Nope. There we go. I'm going to give you a little bit... Oh, you know what? You can't see it because I made a door there. Someone vamp for a second while I fix this. Please. Thank you.
Kelly's trying to
best
eat
regional
trash.
gas station. They have to have at least one signature item or
Jason
snack.
Wardell, everybody.
I'm gonna go with Bimps.
Kelly? Sorry.
Bimps.
What did you say?
Bimpsons?
Bimpsons? What are you talking about?
Oh man, you never been to a Bimpsons? Bimpsons is incredible. They have
That's not
indoor
real.
skydiving.
Shut up.
They'll make a sandwich in your mouth.
Stop it.
They'll let
From
you
a
feel.
distance.
They'll let you feel all the money in the cash
Real
register.
sandwich
If you say-
slingshot.
If you say I'm a friend of Bimpson, they'll let you
Hit me.
feel all
No,
the money
it was
in
a
the cash
real
register.
question, and it hurts to see you just
They have a cannon.
Okay,
All right,
fine then. My
and
favorite
we're
is
back. We're back here, Jason.
Okay.
Can you cue back over?
Lemon Joe's.
God damn it, Jordan!
He got you again, you idiot.
I got you twice.
This
Foolish,
vamp-
I name thee.
You forget
Jason,
yourself.
we should work on this bit because I really like the vamp music bit of like, Jason, cue the vamp music, and then you like go in. I'm like, all right, cool, we're out of the vamp music, and then you just cut back in. We should work
Back
on
in.
this. This is
Dun-dun.
good. So thank you, incredible. We nailed it. We nailed it right there. So click. Yeah, I can't get quite get the tokens to work on this, so I'm just gonna point you forward for just a second to make the map work here. And then I'm going to describe it in just a moment. So if you're watching the podcast, please give me a tiny little second to continue talking here. But I'm going to reset things here. So you see...
Guys, it's spoopy in here.
You
If
see...
you are watching the podcast, wait until you hear it.
Yeah, wait. You could see that there's this fleshy door in front of you. But because you have this
shit.
psionic power, and because you just connected to the Elder Brain here, you know this is a similar door. This is a hidden door, but that is one like the doors you've previously run into, which are, they can just be opened very easily with your connection to the psionic power of the door. So you can see it in front of you, and your mind almost echoes past what you can see here, like echolocation psionically from this connection. You can see this huge oozy chamber, this wet lake almost, that is sitting inside of this room that has this ambient purple growth, this bioluminescent purple growth all around it, this purple moss, and a huge brine pool, which you would know just from seeing the Elder Brain one time. You can tell that this dark, murky liquid, you can almost smell it. I wouldn't say you could smell it from there, but just it's one of those things where you can see what it looks like, and therefore you know how it smells. It has this like
Brine.
salty flavor to its to the psionic vision you have on it. And
You thinking what I'm thinking, Moon Boy?
Hell yeah.
you know
I'm
for
pickle.
sure.
It's pickle time, baby.
It's pickle time.
But Click, you know for sure that the Elder Brain is currently in this room, and that this is the Elder Brain chamber, this like 90-foot tall chamber with all these alcoves in and around it, these kind of like weird pulsating blobs here and there are, this is absolutely a regal room if you are a Mind Flayer. I mean, a Elder Brain, so... I'm going to put you back on the map there, but you have that information with your turn.
Click stands at the front of the party at the edge of the fleshy door and sort of whispers and stutters. He's behind that door.
Nice.
And I think he's alone.
That's somehow scary.
Are they ever really alone?
That's true.
Just connected to all his friends. But maybe he is. Let's get him.
Great. That's going to bring up a
through the
Mind
mind
Flayer.
sphincter.
That's going to bring a Mind Flayer who is off screen's turn, and that is going to bring up Moonboy's turn.
Okay, Moonboy getting ready to dash further down this hallway, suddenly feels a tug on his mind from behind, and he looks back and sees Laloon, and she says, Moonboy, the fire! Can you? And he's going to cast Dispel Magic on this fire that is consistent back here.
Ooh. Oh boy. It is 2 fireballs. But I will give you this devil's bargain here a little bit. No, wrong game. I know. I'll give you this. I'll give you a little bit of a higher DC. In fact, I'll add 2 to the DC. If you want to dispel both.
Yeah, faux show.
All right. What level are you casting the spell at?
What do the slots say? 4th level.
Cool. All right. So roll a spell save for me, or roll a. What is it? You're rolling here.
Let's
Be
see.
The spell save DC that I know in my head, and you get to add your
Using your spellcasting ability.
There we go. Sorry.
So
So
is
much
it just
tumbling out of my
my?
mind.
It's just my wisdom modifier, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Roll it. Roll it! I critted.
All right.
25.
Get these fish.
Critted it.
You turn back, and I think although there is a U-bend between you and Oxtrillion, you just see these like flaming eyes open for just a second in the darkness ahead of you, that's nothing mechanical that exists. It's more of just like a recognition from Oxtrillion that you put out his flame. And that's it. It's just you know that he knows, and he knows that you know that he knows.
Yeah.
But
Moonboy
that's a hell of a turn.
Howls out and says, "Flames only serve us when they will bend to will."
That was cool as hell. Jordan Doll. Absolutely. So yeah, you have cleared the pathway for these fish folk. That is
Right.
in the movement puzzle here. You have really taken a piece off the board, or maybe put.
Moonboy is going to whiz forward. That was an action. So he's going to have to... Hang on, let me measure it out here.
Yep.
God, my Roll20 is moving slow as hell, too.
Being a little weird tonight, for sure. Yep.
Being a little wonky.
So you got about
okay,
25
he's going to make
feet
it to
there.
about there.
Cool. Yep.
Well, it would be 35 with... So I got to pull him back a little bit. And that's it for Moonboy's turn.
Cool. That was a great turn. Shout out to the mechanical power structure of movement. That is going to bring up two mind flayers who are off the map. And it's going to bring up Talon's turn here. So Talon is at the back of the pack here, but she now has, there are no limitations from the fire here, so she can't share this space. Oh no, she can, because it can hold 4 people. So she can move onto this platform that is right here if she would like to. She has,
Can Laloon say something?
Totally, yeah.
As a free action, is that okay?
Go for it. Yep.
I think as the Moon Boy does this and puts this fire out, she looks back to the others and she's like, No, I see it now. We're making a mistake. Back. Meet me in the foyer. And she does say foyer. It's weird.
Incredible. I love it. So she's asking people to kind of like stand at the front of the tunnel.
To like, yes, exactly. To congregate around the front of the tunnel.
Love it. Including, you want Talon and Nyx there. They're included in this conversation. Cool. Cool. All right. I would say that she's making this claim here. So Talon's turn. If she has anything she can do without moving forward, or if you want to have her disobey Laloon right here, she absolutely can too.
Well, Talon turns to Nyx and she lays her hand on her sister's shoulder. And what spells I've spent is under my cat, but I think I'm good to cast this at the 4th level.
Totally.
She will say, Sister, you've gotten slow in your old age. And she will cast Fly on both herself and Talon.
Whoa.
And Nyx.
Woo!
Love it.
Hell yeah. Nyx is absolutely, and feel free to jump in here, Andrew, but Nyx is absolutely incredulous, but knows that she's solving a problem. So she's like, God, I hate it when you do this. She's like saying it. She's like awkwardly in her full armor and like swimming through the air.
And I think upon seeing this, Laloon is like, okay, yes, you guys go. I'll get the rest. I'll get the stragglers.
Hell yeah. So you can move forward in this fly speed if you want to. 30 feet.
Okay. I will have her move. I'll have her move 60 feet. Sure.
And she can only move 30 because it flies in action, I believe.
30 flies in action, but it gives them a flying speed of 60 feet.
Oh, then never mind. Don't listen to me. What do I know? You're the DM. Absolutely, she can fly down this hallway. No problem.
That is a good spell.
That's a good ass spell, baby.
Fly 6.
Good ass spell alert.
Good ass spell.
It's time to cast a good ass spell.
A good ass spell.
Cool, hell yeah. Great turn,
that's it.
Rachel. Look at you being
Thank
a caster.
you.
Look at you not just being a caster, being a utility caster. Let's go.
I'm doing my best.
So yeah, Talon kind of like these pieces of mechanical flotsam jetsam come out of her arm as it opens up, and it just like almost attaches themselves to both her and Nyx and lifts them up off the ground, and she zooms forward down this dark hallway, which I will say because it's Dash Episode Part 2, we're moving pretty swift down this hallway, but it is a long hallway with this chasm underneath of it and these platforms that are hard to get through that, which you all are making look a breeze. But for my own ego, I just want to say is difficult to traverse. So that is the end of Talon's turn. It's going to bring up another off-screen Mind Flayer, and that's going to bring up Kai's turn.
Kai's turn. All right. Well, Windrider, levitate is a concentration spell. So let's not do that. But
I don't know.
Instead,
I want this in-game a little bit. Give us more of what you're saying to him, because he in-game asks you to cast a spell on him.
I know. I'm not going to levitate you. Let's fly instead. It's better. Come on. What do you say?
Right. You can carry me?
No, you fly. You're an adult now. We both fly, okay? Come on, come with me. I'll show you. And I will cast fly on the two of us. So that's gonna drop.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. Yeah, I'd much rather have that.
Yeah, it's better.
I'd much rather have that.
I will cast fly on the two of us, and then I will move 60 feet. Zoom. And I will fly into this chamber.
Whoa.
All right. I will say either I either want you to make a strength save to burst through this door, or I want Click to give up their bonus action on their next turn to have open this door.
Can I use my bonus action to open it?
Do you have any sort of because you
I'm connected to the Kreen clutch a little bit. I think I've got a little.
Yes, but just for the possibility of you rolling a natural 1 here, I want you to roll an Arcana check.
Let's do it. How does this open?
If you roll a natural 1, you fail. If you roll anything else, you're totally fine.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Yes!
Oh my god.
Sorry to revel in the...
Whatever, Harlan.
Mechanically inconsequential moment. I just never get to win Arcana checks against you. And it is mechanically and strategically inconsequential. But you fly forward, Kai, and you kind of like get some ancillary vibes psionically from Click experiencing this room, and so you know the Elder Brain is in there, and you've seen this map. Laloon is communicated the location. You know that the Elder Brain is there, and you know that you're the tank here. You want to get in there and be first, and so you blast forward and you hit this fleshy door. And
you see, Flute, it's easy. You just look where you're gonna go, and
and you get rubber banded, and just like you hit the door and you think it's opening, and you just smack against this fleshy door by hitting it, and just boom, and it spits you back. I'm gonna lay you prone.
I'm glad I could give you this get prone.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm falling.
No. I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to put you on this platform, but I'm just going to have you prone on this platform.
Okay.
Cool.
Got it.
Thank you for giving me this gift. I'm so
you're welcome.
I don't get to win these. All right, it's just give me this little. You know.
I'm glad that I can be your adversary, Harlan.
No, I never get to do the flavor. I was so sure I won that Elder Brain intelligence check. Anyway,
I rolled a 1. You're like, just don't roll a 1, and I did.
Yep.
So this is what I get to do. Yeah, so you get fleshly bonked.
You specifically told me not to.
You get fleshly bonked by this door.
Was that
fleshly?
I feel different now.
And I that's the end of your turn. So that's going to bring up Nyx, who's in the back of the pack here, I believe.
All right, no one is behind Nyx, right?
There's a Tubba-lubby.
Mechanically, she is technically way farther back than is what is visible on the map. I just already had her token over here, so she's technically 60 feet from the entrance of this tunnel.
I also like that I was like trying to harness the power of the clutch.
Wait, sorry.
I ran into the door.
Also, don't listen to me. She had Flycast on here. I don't even care if I'm... This is technically wrong because of map transition stuff. It doesn't matter to me at all. She can be up here, have Flycast on her, and she can move forward. I'm giving her some free movement speed for the fun of the game.
Cool. Then she will... right here in the mouth of this tunnel... she kneels down and mutters a quick prayer, and again, this like spectral, 10-foot tall warrior woman fills up this space. So she casts Guardian of Faith there at the tunnel entrance, and then she will fly 60 feet into the tunnel. That's her turn. So yeah, kind of just right wherever the best chokehold point is, but it fills up a 10-foot square.
Cool, no problem at all for her to throw it like right here in this choke point. Yeah, I absolutely realized that I messed up in the map transitions, and I am hand-waving it to keep us moving here.
Yeah, there were only chickens in the other room anyway.
There are some fish folk, but I will, whether or not...
no.
I'm not going to make the Guardians of Faith fight the fish folk.
Good thing we saved
The Guardian
them.
of Faith only attacks creatures that
Enemies.
I wanted
Cool.
to. It won't attack the fish
Great.
folks. It actually doesn't attack. They just take the damage when they come into contact with it.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Cool. That's going to then bring up 3 off-screen mind flayers and the Breeze Traveler, who now does not have fire in front of him. And is not technically on this platform, is back over here. He doesn't have fire in front of him, so he's going to sprint forward and use all of his movement to get up here next to Laloon and Piss Cricket now. And he says, "Our crew, what remains of it will continue." And it is kind of bringing up the rear, but is still here. It rhymed. It's going to bring up Oxtrillion, who... is doing fine up at the front here, who's going to blast forward, pun intended, is going to stand upright next to Kai, and is not going to make the same fleshy door.
Hello.
Mistake is going to look at you, Kai, and is going to hold his action for if he sees any threats once the door is open, and that is going to bring up Laloon.
I'm just laying on my back.
Okay. Laloon is going to tell the rest, is going to move out of the tunnel into this area, like right at the front. And she's going to tell the others to kind of gather around her. And she is going to, this is going to take 2 turns for her, but she is going to cast, hang on, let me get the exact name of it. She's going to cast Clairvoyance, and she's going to see into the room. Where the Mind Flayer is.
Wait, the Mind Flayer or the Elder Brain?
Sorry, the Elder Brain.
Give me more. What's
You create an invisible sensor within range. The range is 1 mile in a location familiar to you. Is this familiar? Or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as the door at the end of this hallway, behind a door, around a corner in a grove of trees. The sensor remains in place. It can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. You cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing. She wants to see the room.
Okay, you know what? This is breaking the rules, and I will give it to you if you will risk losing the spell for a DC 18 Arcana check.
I'm gonna need you to explain to me how it's breaking the rules.
Because she is not familiar with this space, and you do not know what is on the other side of the door.
But it says an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you.
It gives a beyond that door specifically as an example.
Did it say that, or did you say it?
It says such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove.
Oh, okay,
of trees.
okay, then fine, then never mind. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I thought you were riffing on that. That's totally
Rules lawyer!
No, I love it. I love it.
Call
Rules
the
lawyer
strong
has a whip,
arm.
not a hammer.
Is your DM wrong? Call the strong arm.
Does your DM relish in your failures and knock you prone?
Have you been injured in an accident with a dexterity saving throw that you should have had advantage on? Call the rules lawyer. Rules lawyer.
We gotta
That's
make
it.
them
She wants
say
to see. She wants to see the room, and she's kind of like.
Hell yeah. Sorry, Jordan. I'm not trying to fuck you over. I just wanted to.
That's
be clear.
okay. I
You're
understand, and I said it in such a way that sounded like I was riffing.
Yeah, but that's fine. I love it when you all are right. Cool. I'm gonna put a token in here then to give you all full vision of this room. And I will ask you to make a perception check just for the flavor of this, but mechanically, I'll give it to you.
Let's roll a dice. Boy, Moonboy could have turned those flames off a long time ago, huh? That's going to be so bad. Such a bad perception check. And she's actually going to use her ability to just make it an 18.
Oh, the portent. She's gonna portent the roll. Let's
She portends.
Oh, the portent.
let's
I love
go.
Nice. Big moves.
Such a great ability.
Cool.
Big moves.
So
Classic.
cool.
She
I love
portent.
it. Divination wizards, everybody.
Well, there's
them.
definitely a better use for that, but look. Here we are.
Sometimes you just got to do it. So yeah, you can see this full room here, which you should be able to see on both the chat, everybody in Roll20. You all should be able to see this full room here. That is this large. It is a huge pond here, and you can see these carvings all over the wall. This mix between the gray stone that is carved into, decayed away at this underground layer, and all of this unnatural growth that is ooze-like, pus-like, just like these fleshy, like moss all over the place. I'm reveling in it, baby. You can't stop me now.
Lean
We did a
in.
thing. You can't slow me down.
Mouthfeel.
And
Ooze-like, pus-like.
Ooze-like mouthfeel.
And
Fleshy,
Yikes.
quivering.
Plus, like, is the one
sphincter.
that got me for sure.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
yeah, and I will say you can't. It does have all of these kind of filmy
Another bad one.
window-like orifices around the room.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just doing it.
It got worse. So that sentence got just so much worse with
You
every
can see
word.
you can see 4 of them. You know that there's a door to the west that is definitely leading to the ooze room from your just gut feeling. You can see this very locked, closed door to the east as well, and just some like weird alcoves here and there throughout the room. There's like 2 or 3 just like tucked away holes that you're not sure what they do, but you are very sure that this is a throne room for the Elder Brain, and that the Elder Brain isn't. You failed the perception check, so I'm not going to say exactly where in this pool it is, but you're very sure that the Elder Brain is inside of this briny pond.
Fuck, I should have just
Big
failed
ripples
it.
in the
Okay.
liquid.
You got your devil's bargain after all.
Yeah.
I will, okay, so, the moon girl is she's gonna be like, I see it. Those of you who can hear me, those of you who have not the gift of flight, stay near and skip your next turn. It will make it that much quicker when I fucking teleport us there.
That's going to bring up Olafenticulus.
I should have had
I know
advantage
it.
on that
Preparing for
fucking
it.
roll. Okay. I should have had advantage on that Arcana roll, but you know what? The natural one was meant
Thank
to
you for
be.
the gift. Thank you for the gift.
I had it. It happened even though I had foresight, which means that me running into that door was truly meant to happen.
Yeah.
There was no alternate future in which I didn't run myself into the door.
Maybe you almost knew.
By the
in that moment.
power of the Jadorian clutch, I command you to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Olafenticulus. It's his turn. Where is he? Oh my god.
Sure
the map is
is.
so big. It's so cool. Such a cool fucking map.
Shout out to, look at this lighting in this room alone. It's like so fucking cool. The way Josh has laid out this whole thing is like, the questions he asked me when we're setting these things up are like, how do you imagine it was created? And I'll give him like a couple of sentences, and he's like, okay, cool, I'm going to lay it all out like this. I'm like, how did you do this from this? That's crazy to me. So just shout out to Every Map a Story. He's very cool. Does a great job.
Olafenticulus is going to fly up to the rest of the sort of forwardmost part of the group. And sorry, he's
Shout out to Jason Wardell as well, who's crushing the soundtrack right now.
so good.
Yeah, vibe it out, everybody.
And he is going to reach out to Click. Click's right here, right? Oh, but he's going to fly past Click. So before he completes that movement on the way, he's going to touch Click's shoulder as he flies by in his arcane mechanized wheelchair, and he's going to cast Jump.
Oh
boy.
We're boinging.
So
We
he's
are
yeah,
boinging.
he conjures this magical bubble, and it like cartoon bubble that sort of just sets up around your legs. It's ready to go. It's making bouncy noises as you walk. And again, I don't know why I'm doing Kai voice. I have a sickness in my brain. It just happens all the time now when we play this game. But it's all Venticulus's turn. So he's going to cast Jump on you.
Click does
and
some
that
little tippy
lasts-
tappies.
So, yep, boing, boing, boing. And for the next minute, your jump distance is tripled.
Good lord.
Let's boost Click's movement until she just dies by trying
Just-
to move in any
We're going to
direction.
turn...
Jump
yeah,
to
we're-
space.
You're gonna break the sound barrier and do us all like Talon did those fish folk. Just
Click,
fucking
click, boom,
liquefy us.
Jump into another game and bring back help.
Yeah, I mean, at some point that has to be possible, right? My long jump is up to 30 feet. So currently my jump is 90 feet.
Bingo.
Plus, but then I also have long strider and can double my movement speed. We can move.
Ooh, boy.
Math can be fun.
That's some
turns out.
movies right there.
Movies, love that. Kai, why are you on the floor? Why are you on the floor?
Cool.
Why are you
Okay,
on the roof?
that's his turn. Nice, that's his turn.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. That is going to then bring up Schmacked, who is one of the fish folk here. You're kind of like setting up, and it's going to use its movement to set up in the effective position for you, for Laloon. And that
I
will
think
bring.
they're like forming a ring around Laloon.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
trust circle style.
In fact, they're throwing a little,
She's-
they're throwing a little like fish folk magic on there, just kind of like,
Yeah.
ooh, yes.
And she's singing a song. She's like under her breath. She's like, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. An ancient Lunasteran
Yeah.
hymn.
Schmacked busts in. Is like, we're gonna run around and find you.
Yeah, you know it, everybody.
And that's gonna bring up PC, who no, I'm sorry, it's Flute's turn. I skipped over Flute. Sorry.
No
your turn, buddy
problem. I think this is the first time Flute's ever been able to magically fly that I can remember.
How?
Has he been able to magically fly before?
I don't know.
I don't think
It
so.
feels
like a-
like it just
You're
from
like
the
a
art.
15th level spellcaster.
Yes, but I
Why
chose the
can't-
wrong spells.
Well,
Flute's going to fly up off the platform, brandishing the Breeze Traveler sword. 10. And he'll fly right up to the door with everybody else. And I guess, can I slice this door with my rapier?
Ooh.
I love that.
I'll fly up and just give it a real Zorro slash.
Absolutely,
right in the
you can try.
ganglia.
You can try. Absolutely.
It's an F
Roll an attack roll.
for flute.
Yes, exactly. Capital F for fuck you. That will be a 22 to hit.
22 does hit. Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I chose poorly. That's a 17.
You slash through it, and you just hear this. And your mind.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Gary.
That is what it would sound like if somebody did that to me.
Door just screamed. Ah. But no pain, no psychic damage.
No psychic damage.
Hell yeah.
PC and Tublovey both form this same kind of like, never gonna give you up, but we're gonna find you chanting circle behind you.
They're gonna track you down.
And before we end
Gonna
tonight's
put a
session,
spell
which we
in
are
your
ending a little early, I will say
blood.
this is a short episode, but it's because Flute, I want you to do a perception check for me. Because as you slash open this door, there's this this foresight ahead of you.
I hope you weren't expecting this perception roll to end on a cliffhanger reveal because I got a 5.
Great.
There's a flap of fleshy door in my face.
Yeah, you're kind of like getting it off of you like cobwebs. Like, oh, God.
Disgusting. Oh, and it screamed. Ugh.
But I'll get since you cast this spell to clairvoyance here. Let's have Laloon also do a perception check here.
All right.
Because now that you have like vision in this room, you're kind of like connecting everything that's happening here.
It's got to be better than an 18, right? And it is. She crits. She crits, baby.
Nice.
It's been a critty day.
It's been gritty as hell,
What a pretty
right?
day. She sees an image pull itself out from the pool as this door is crested open. She has a different vantage point, right? So Flute slashes the door open. Click's vision in this room before was like this psionic echo, but this is kind of like go time here because the seal to this room has been burst. You all have gotten into the Elder Brain's chamber here. And Moonboy, you see something, or no, I'm sorry, Laloon sees something rising out of the water that she, from the clairvoyance here, from the sensor, the spell that she casts that allows her to spy cam into this room, she sees behind them as they rise out of the water together. 2 of them crest, and you, Laloon, imagines for a moment that it's 2 elder brains because she can see the brains cresting out of the water. She sees the brains from, it is clearly sliced from this elder brain, these engorged, huge wrinkles of brain matter come out of the water, but they come out muscly and shouldered. And Laloon sees what she would have only heard from legend, but because she's a high-level caster, she would know is a brain golem crest the water here. And you see them pull themselves out just going psionically, just true dirtbag thoughts like careening throughout this room. And I will finally put the Will Podorf art up on screen.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh, yeah!
These 2 creatures
Oh my
that you
God.
see bursting out of the
Holy
water.
shit.
Crap.
There's
These-
2 of them?
These
my
muscle
God.
men of the brain world.
So
Lord.
gross. Look at the
That's
faces.
incredible,
in them.
Will.
Oh my god.
Hey, Harley,
Is
can you
Will
scroll
here?
down so
Oh,
I
it's
can
so
see?
good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yuck.
Holy.
Oh my god.
man.
It's like a
Brutal.
sperm whale ogre brain.
That was
Incredible.
gross.
amazing.
And
Oh,
Beautiful,
Will.
slippery boy.
that's where we're gonna
My-
end. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session. So,
Hell
Good
yeah.
sorry to end it early.
Okay.
It just felt right.
And we've just
but-
got a pile of mind flares coming down behind us. Ugh.
It's
Oh yeah.
so bad.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So these
Well,
are the
see
elder
you next week.
brains somehow. Or
Are they, though?
This is fine. This is probably fine. No,
I
these
mean,
are just
maybe
these just
the-
feel like minions.
These are just minions.
These are
Yeah.
onions.
It doesn't even feel
Pre-boss,
like
mini
they're-
bosses.
These
Ugh.
onions?
In the stew.
Yeah,
Holy
this is no way this goes well.
Goodbye, everybody.
Also, like, I'm sure something good happens when you touch that ooze.
Yeah, you should definitely just plop right in. This probably gives you power.
Just like go for a
Come on in. The water's fine.
Come on
Some
in, the water's
mutagen.
ooze.
Brain pickle.
I've truly
water's
just been
brains.
so excited for so long. Like we've been sitting on this for a while because I didn't know how fast you would move for this dungeon, and I have to be prepared because you can just dimension door 500 feet if you want to. But I told Will, this is a 2E Spelljammer. Actually, not even. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell you. But like, this is an older D&D monster, and I sent Will some of the original artwork, and I was like, "Can you just make this grosser?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I can do it. Yeah, oh yeah."
Yes.
And so when he sent this back, I was like, "Yeah, you did it. You made the
done
brain golem grosser.
You've done
Thank
it,
you very
Will.
much
You're
for this."
amazing.
So this was one that I sat on Jordan because I was like, I didn't want you to know that the Elder Brain had buddies in here.
Hell yeah.
We're
Man, I
buddies.
feel a real
Sourcey's got
kinship with
buddies.
this guy.
Oh yeah,
I think he really gets me. I'm one of these guys most days.
yeah.
Need omega 3. Need coffee for
Gnarly.
script writing.
Cool.
Big one.
This is your
Cool
brain.
episode, everybody.
Yeah.
The fight continues next week.
You are truly in the boss fight now, I will say. So you know for sure that Elder
You're
Brain is
in
in
the
this
boss
room,
fight now.
and these dudes are here too. So
They're in the brain pool now.
we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
A kiss on the lips.
Kai and Malia Chef and the Wind Rider Flute Whim Teaser. They're better than he.